Wait, how you gonna start?
Yeah, we just did.
We just did. Hello from
Hi.
Metro.
Hi, we are at the hospital and just wanted to give everybody an update because we are still at the hospital.
So yesterday, I was set to be discharged. Well, at least that was our plan. That was our thought. But we got started so late on Monday that I was supposed to be discharged at midnight. And except that yesterday I decided to go off script and started running a fever. I had a pretty high fever most of the day yesterday, and which caused them to have to stop the chemo, do some blood cultures just to see if I had any kind of infection and what we were looking at as far as that was concerned. It looks like so far there's no infection. They call it tumor fever, which I didn't know. They kept talking about tumor fever, but I didn't know what that meant was that their fever basically was attacking the tumors, and so that meant cancer is potentially dying off. So that's a win, I guess. So as long as things go okay today, we'll resume chemo this evening, and I've got probably about 10 more hours of chemo left, and hopefully I'll be out of here sometime tomorrow. And that's our hope and our plan. I feel much better today. I was sleeping most of the day. I was pretty snowed from medication yesterday. I was in a lot of pain, a lot of nausea. The worst it's been, I think the first 24 hours I was like, hey, this chemo is kind of easy compared to the last one. And then it hit. It was not so much easier. But I will hopefully go home tomorrow. I will get a shot that will help build my white blood cell count. That's dropping pretty quickly. That will cause some bone pain like I'd had with previous chemo, but hopefully it won't be nearly as bad as it was. And so that's kind of what we know. I did have a CT scan today to rule out cancer on my brain. That's just a rule out, at least is what we're hoping for. Feels a little bit overwhelming, a little bit much to consider that there might be cancer on my brain.
I think the doctor yesterday was just really worried about how much pain Christie was in and kind of how out of it she was, and I think that she just wanted to rule out that it wasn't, the cancer making it to the brain. But Christie was just on a lot of medication.
And I'm
yesterday.
a lightweight. I just can't do a lot of medication.
So she was pretty out of it. So we're waiting for the results for that to find out, but hoping that this doctor just wanted to do it not because she thought there was, but she just wanted to rule it out. So that's good, but it is kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah, a little bit. So we are just doing our best to wind up our time here. Our kids are at camp and having a great time. I think that this was perfect timing for everything. They've been so distracted by camp that they've not had a ton of time to worry. So we're super grateful for CVC youth that are pouring into our kids right now, and just making sure that they're doing okay and we're doing okay. Yep. I'm sleeping a lot. I'm super, super tired. But listen, friends, can we talk about this?
Yeah, I was going to show them that. Hold on.
Listen.
You're coming close.
I don't know. I don't know if you can see it, but all of a sudden I've had all of the hair growth. You can see eyebrows again. You can it's starting to feel thick, and it's not coming in all gray. So I'm like, this is a win-win for me. I'm not sure if I'll lose it again with this particular chemo, but it's been kind of a fun process.
Oh, I think it's lunch here. Hi, you can just leave it there for us if you don't mind.
Thank you. Fruits?
Not our lunch. Wrong lunch. Anyway, things you guys can pray for is just pray for the results of the blood tests to come back that's negative for bacteria.
You can sit down, kind of. Thank you.
And we're not stopping this video. So the results come back negative, and that those should come back by late afternoon or early evening, and that we can get the chemo going, and there's no complications getting that going. That the CT results of the head come back negative, and everything looks good there. And just for us all, we're all gonna kind of get home tomorrow around the same time if everything kind of plays out the way we're hoping it does. And so just for our assimilation back to being home together again.
Which will just be for a minute, because we turn around and admit Miley to the hospital for 2 weeks on Sunday.
So, and that's kind of that's like a preemptive kind of clean out. Like really, super proud of Miley. We had a doctor's appointment with her doctor about 6 or 8 weeks ago, and she was kind of holding steady. Her numbers weren't awesome, but they weren't declining, and we're holding steady. And doctor said, okay, well, we'll see you again in like 8 weeks. And I was like, nope, I want to be hospitalized. She said, I want to do a kind of a preemptive clean out. And she's like, I'm always hospitalized in the fall. I'm going to be a senior this year, which, how do we have seniors?
2 of them. By the way, one of our seniors just rocked his SAT. He just got his scores back and just did a fantastic job, but that's the point.
Super proud of Malachi. But Miley just said, I'm always hospitalized in the fall. It's my senior year. I don't want to miss anything. And so I want to kind of do a preemptive hospitalization, kind of a clean out, like a 2-week cycle of antibiotics to kick out any bacteria that may be going on down in her lungs, and for her to kind of be able to go into the fall of her senior year really strong and hope to avoid any kind of hospitalization. So she's not sick like she typically is when we put her in the hospital, but her doctor was like, I think that's a wise decision. It's just a super lot of maturity on Miley's part just to say that. So she'll be hospitalized for 2 weeks. She'll come home sometime on the weekend, and Friday, Saturday, and then that following Monday, the 29th of July, Christie will come back here for Christie's second chemo treatment. So that's the plan. But what we know is that plans, none of this is a script that's written out in stone, and so those are things we pray for, and hoping that Miley's stay is really productive and that things go well today. And just be praying for our family, for encouragement, and for good times together. We are together as a family, but there is not going to be a lot of togetherness. But that's all right. We had 2 weeks of togetherness on vacation.
Sure did.
And 12 hours of togetherness in the car on the way back. So anyway, we're doing good. We really are thankful for all of you guys and for the people who signed up for the 60 hours of prayer to cover our first 60 hours here.
Who knew there would be more? But super. Also, just thankful, for those of you, we know that there are people praying outside of those 60 hours and praying that multiple people were praying at different time slots, and just grateful to be held up by prayer. And honestly, I do feel it. I do. There were days that I didn't wake up in pain, and yesterday was kind of a flukish day, but it was definitely feel the prayers, feel the support, feel the love, and we're just really grateful for that.
Yep, for sure. So thank you guys. We love you much, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.
Bye. My doctor just texted me and said that the CT was negative. I'm assuming that just means for cancer and not negative for a brain as well. But it's good to know that there is no cancer in my brain.
Yay!